Angela, and I am here to do my Pretty Little Liars Season 6 episode. I think we're on 5 recap, and this one is called She's No Angel. So rather than sitting here and telling you guys how much I didn't like the episode and how bored I was, I decided I'm going to try something completely new and random and do Pretty Little Liars in 5 minutes, where I give you the recap in 5 minutes and then we get into some theories. So this video will go longer than 5 minutes because I want to talk about some of my thoughts rather than focusing so much on the recap this week. I figured you guys don't want to hear me say how much I just am getting kind of bored, and this would be a fun way for me to switch it up, and I hope you guys enjoy it. The first thing that I have to address, though, is that there will be no hate allowed on this channel. I've had a recent problem with someone, and I've had to block them. I want everyone to feel welcome on my channel, so even if your opinions don't agree with mine, I would still like to talk to you. It's not like I'm saying, oh my gosh, like, I didn't like it, so you shouldn't like it either, because everyone is entitled to an opinion, and that's what makes people so unique, is their opinions, and we're hopefully all mature enough to talk about it, even if we disagree. So that being said, let's move on. As you can see, oh, you can't see, really. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. You can see a little bit. Okay. So I have notes on my phone, and it's quite a lot of notes because I really didn't know what I wanted to talk about, so it's kind of a jumble. I kind of looked crazy like that, didn't I? Wow. I'm not going to do that again, don't worry. But I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 5 minutes, and we will begin. So yes, feel free while I'm pulling up my timer to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. It wasn't as horrible as episodes 2 and 3 were, but I think they could be doing better. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, there's my clock. Wow. Yes, I never set my alarm clock, guys. Sorry. Timer. Here we go. Let me make sure my volume's up so I can hear it when it goes off. We want to set it for 5 minutes. On the nose. Now you can see that, can't you? That's so much better. Ready, steady, go. Oh, crap. I still gotta pull my notes back up. My minute's ticking down. Okay, let's get into this recap. So Spencer is having a dream in some sort of insane asylum where Maddie Ziegler is just dancing, and I immediately thought that it could be Spencer, that the girl was actually a younger version of Spencer. She doesn't know where she's seen this before, but we later find out that it was actually at Radley, and she's been down there before, where she finds a pair of Charles or C. De Laurentiis' shoes is what it says. And she goes back to eating her little pot cookies, okay? Mona is back in this episode, and she has she's going to get torn through the ringer in this episode by Leslie Stone. Leslie is obviously very pissed off at her because she brought her in, and now Leslie is basically an accomplice to a crime, and Leslie said it just ruined everything, and she's not very happy with Mona. And Mona's up to some shady stuff this episode, but we'll get back into that in my little recap, or my theory part. Okay, and I have a feeling that Arya is going to do this internship in LA that Clark brought up. And speaking of Clark, he asked her out on a date this episode, and I was like, go for it, girl, because if it means the end of Ezria, it needs to happen. See what I mean by agreeing to disagree? I know there are Ezria fans out there, but I'm just over it. Leslie's pissed, blah, blah, blah. Hannah wants Mona's help to find out what's going on at Radley. And why, really quick, jumping back to Arya, why is she so obsessed with dolls? My sister said it might be something to do with how Charles treated them as dolls, but I think there might be something more going on there. Caleb is helping Sarah with her resume because she wants to get emancipated, and he eventually gets her a job this episode. And Spencer goes to an AA meeting, high as a kite. She's eating on the brownies. I think that's the only reason she went was for the free food. And she runs into Mr. Hottie Dean. He is her old sobriety coach, for those of you who don't remember, looking super fine. And I know I always bitch about characters coming back that play no relevance, but you can bring Dean on my screen any day. Seriously, any day. Preferably shirtless, but I'm digressing. Major. Arya wants to tell Clark what's going on with they were at a junkyard and Clark took a photo and Arya thinks it was A, and she wants to tell Clark what's going on with it. She's on the phone with Emily. Emily said that's a bad idea because A is targeting Sarah. Emily, get your head out of Sarah's ass, is all I have to say. I'm so sick of this relationship. I am not shipping this one. Clark and Arya, go for it. Sarah and Emily, no. No, that's not going to happen with me. Okay. Leslie and Hannah are meeting up, and Hannah is sticking up for Mona. Leslie wonders that if that Radley place helped Mona or made her worse. We later find out that Leslie was in fact in that Radley place long enough for her to have known Charles and Mona, and she was Bethany Young's roommate. This is kind of weird, but she didn't want this information being leaked to the girls, which they find out later because Spencer and Hannah are at Radley digging around, and that's when Spencer discovers that the room was at Radley. And they hear a noise, and it's Mona in Radley trying to steal Leslie's file and trying to keep it from the girls. Leslie gets super pissed when she finds out that Mona has failed to keep this secret and says, "You always mess things up. What the hell is going on with that?" Mr. D is being a dick in this episode. I'm sorry, somebody had to say it. I do ship Allie and Lorenzo. I want that to happen because I think Lorenzo is good for her, and he's just a total cock block. Let's just get real. Sorry, guys, but somebody had to say that. Okay, Mona is popping something into Allie's mailbox. Apparently it's a card because she knew that she wouldn't read her emails or take her calls. And I'm like, Spencer, you're right there. Reach your hand in the damn mailbox and see what Mona's telling her, because she has this really weird look on her face like she's up to no good. Sarah and Emily get tattoos, and we'll talk more about that in my theories. God, why do I keep saying Leslie? Sarah gets a bird being released out of a cage, which I find shady, and she said, she sees this message that Arya sends Emily, which is of the girl in the junkyard saying A is a girl, and she's freaked out. She says somebody's been across the street from Caleb's watching over her. I think Sarah's playing the victim here. I don't know what's going on. I know she is up to no good. Oh, shit. So we're out of time. Dang, I think I covered most of the important stuff. Yeah. I really hope I did. I think I covered the major plot points. Let's hope I did. I hope I did. But anyway, now I'm going to go into my theories about this episode. So, ending the recap at 5 minutes, like promised. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I mean, I just wanted to try something new this week. Hopefully, not next week. Hopefully, in 2 weeks, it's a little bit better. Then I'll go back to, doing a full recap like I used to do. Or if you guys like this better, then let me know. I might try 7 minutes next time. I keep saying next week, even though I know there's not going to be a Pretty Little Liars next week. Jeez. But yeah, so let me know what you like better, and it's just depending on what you guys like. I personally, when I'm watching Pretty Little Liars videos, like longer videos, and I know some people don't. I know some people like it short. So, jumping into Theoryville. I'm going to keep looking at my notes because I want to know what I want to talk about and don't want to do any more recapping, so moving on. I look really tan tonight because I got some sun. You guys see my tan line is so bad, and I'm peeling right now. Oh my god. It's so itchy. It's so itchy, like right in the back. Like I can't reach it. It's bad. Okay. Anyway, all right. When Spencer was having that flash or that dream about Radley, I really felt, because it was showing her simultaneously in the dollhouse, flashbacks to the dollhouse, I really felt that it was trying to say it was Spencer, and Spencer could have been in Radley younger, when she was younger, and nobody knows about that. So what do you guys think? Because I don't know why Maddie Ziegler was on this episode, to be completely honest, unless it was trying to tell us something more. And I want to know what Mona's up to. She seems so sketchy, and I was actually talking with Diane on Twitter, and we talk all the time. She has, like, amazing theories, and totally helps me because I forget so much stuff about the show because there's always more and more being added and more contradictions. And she doesn't think that Mona is A, which I really don't either. But she said Mona could be tired and trying to take control of her own life. And I can see that very easily. You know, she was tired of Allie before she left. And now she's tired of Leslie. She's just tired of being told what to do and just wants her power back, I guess, if that makes sense. So I don't think she's A, and I don't think Leslie Stone is A, because come on, let's get real, people. If you comment down below that Leslie Stone is A, I'm going to throw popcorn in your face. Okay? Okay. I know some people are going to say Leslie Stone is A, but I just, that would really make me angry if she was, because she didn't come into play until this season, and no. Still looking about what I wanted to talk about. Okay, let's talk about Sarah getting that tattoo of the bird flying from the cage. We have the reference to the caged bird from A, the A message, I know why the caged bird sings, and that could easily refer to Ren. I think this could be showing that Sarah was involved in A's plans, and now she's sort of rebelling. But see, I'm not really sure because she's so sketchy, and there's no way in hell that I believe that she's a victim here and somebody's after her. I mean, she's so insignificant. Like, why would A be targeting Sarah? You know, I think she's just trying to make the girls feel sorry for her and want to protect her while she was working with Charles, and maybe now she's trying to break away but still under their thumb, and that tattoo is significant, showing that, you know, she's really trying, but I mean, how do you get away from A? The girls have spent 3 years trying to do so, and they still can't do it either, so okay, so Arya thinking that A's a girl because she sees the photo of the shadowy figure at the junkyard that has boobs. I don't know how I feel about this, you guys. This is really disheartening. It goes back to, should we trust Marlene? You know what I mean? Like, Marlene said after season 5 finale, Charles is it. But now he's apparently a chick. Like, what's going on? So either Marlene, or either Charles is A, or we've been lied to yet again, and I'm just not happy with that. Like, there has to be a point on a show like this where everything is so sketchy. There has to be a character you trust. There has to be, if the creator, the producer of the show, comes out and says, this person is A, now you know it, and you're going to figure out everything by the end of this season. You're going to know as much as I do. Well, so far we aren't knowing a whole hell of a lot, are we? But if they come out and say so-and-so is A, why can we not trust this? I just want to be able to trust this, even though I know I shouldn't want to, and I shouldn't really allow myself to. But at the same time, why lie? Like, seriously, why get on Twitter and say Charles is A? You didn't have to do that. So I think that Sarah was maybe at the junkyard, and the reason that she flipped her shit when she saw the text was because she's like, oh shit, I'm busted, kind of thing. You remember how Sydney was with Emily? Like, oh yeah, I really do like you now. Maybe Sarah's the same way. Maybe she was working for Charles, and now she's having feelings for Emily and really does want to be free. I just don't see A being a female. Oh, I'm going to be so pissed. I just don't know what to believe anymore, you guys. This is just driving me nuts. And I want to know what Leslie was talking about when she was screaming on the phone at Mona, that Mona always screws everything up. Mona looked pretty pleased with herself that the girls knew that she was in Radley. She was obviously trying to keep that a huge secret. and Mona had that smile, that smirk all episode. Mona's snark is definitely back, and I just love her so much. I'm so glad she's back this episode. I have missed her. I really wanted to see more of her mom and how Mona's doing now that she's out of the dollhouse, because she was there significantly longer than the girls. And I just felt, even though I did not like the episode, this is going to sound so weird, because I didn't like the episode when they all got out of the dollhouse, episode 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but I really did want to see how Mona would handle being back. That's just my opinion, though. So, if you like this recap, please give it a thumbs up. Comment with what you thought down below. I would love to talk more in depth with the show with you guys, and maybe we can compare theories. It's just getting so hard to theorize because there are contradictions coming to light, and now we don't know if we can trust that Charles is really A, or if it's this mysterious girl. I just don't know what's going on. But I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought of the 5-minute recap, and maybe we can work something out for 2 weeks from now. And if you guys want to see a PLL video next week, let me know. I could do a suspect video or a theory video, something along those lines. So if you guys want to see something like that, leave your suggestions down below. Like I said, I would love to hear from you guys because I do like talking to fans about this show, even though it makes me so mad at points. But maybe we can piece things together. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!